Coming up on the next episode. Good morning, YouTube. It's 10:35 on a Tuesday morning. I am here at the bench. A little bench update video. Some of the things I've been thinking about, working on at the bench. And what I want to do today is kind of go over those and see where we're at on the MFP and some other things. Now first, before I get started on that, let me show you the two little things that I made most recently with the 3D printer. This is the can't twist clamp. It's difficult to read there, but it says can't twist. And it's kind of a neat little thing. It's yeah, it's not the strongest clamp in the world, but I mean it would do for a certain amount of things, obviously. But you can see how it works. These things spin. They have place for, you know, for a cross like that, horizontal type, and then they have vertical types as well on the thing for holding different things. So those are nice. Those like I say, they spread out pretty big. Now this is the smaller of the two that I printed. Bob is the one, you all know Bob. Bob is the one that got me started on this, and like I say, it's I'm gonna blame it on him. Now the other one was, there it goes. But anyway, like I said, these are kind of neat. They're something to play with, and then that's basically all they're for, is playing with. But they were kind of an intricate print as far as getting it all done. Now these are the ones I was telling you about that came. You couldn't even see them when you put them in Cura. You couldn't even see them on the build plate there. You had to magnify that all the way up, and then you could just make out the little pieces, and then you click on them, and then you could magnify them so that they you know, fit your whatever design you want. Now I think this is the 1600, I believe, is magnification on this, and that's what this one is. Now we did another one as well. And let's see, these set up that way. There you go. This is the larger one of the two that we did, and this is a 2100 magnification. As you can hear it, it's all squeaky, but like I say, I got some lube on the way, some synthetic lube for it would work for plastic. I think you can actually make that one out a little bit better. I think can't twist on the arm there, but. Like I say, that's what these are. They are basically just a couple things I've been playing with and printed on the. This one took a while because I ended up breaking the first couple that I did. This screw thing here broke because this wasn't flexible enough, I guess, or it wasn't loose enough in that thing, and it kept binding up, and you can hear it still makes a little noise, but like I say, it's just the threads popping in the thing, I think, but it works really nice, so I'm happy about that. They are basically identical, just different sizes is all they are, so that is all there is to that. So that's that. So off to the side they go. Now on this MFP, what I am going to do is, as I said many times before, I'm going to get this part of the MFP working first off, and that's the first thing I want to do. But before I do that, we need to go over some things about the MFP layout, and there have been some things come to my attention lately, as I had mentioned before. The tester, this tester here, that I want to incorporate into the MFP, and like I say, I'm going to have another one of these coming because I want to put it mounted inside the MFP, and that's what I'm talking about as far as what changes I can make and stuff like that. So let me get the MFP shell, I guess is what you would call it, up here. There we go. Now I have obviously cut out some things. Let me get you back here. This is this can go over this way just a little bit more. That's not a big deal there. In fact, I'm going to cut out another piece of this plastic to go over this. That was my thought. Now I know I've got this all pretty much cut out and ready to go. And as I've got it cut out like it is, this is going to be the oscilloscope right here. You can see the 4 holes here for it. This is the function generator. This is the little meter for AC. And of course on this end all the way over here is gone. There's no access to that. There's no access to that. So the only place I have to go as far as where I put that at is in here somewhere. Bill suggested taking this off, and he said it's not really that oscilloscope is not that useful anyway. It only goes up to 2 kilohertz or whatever it is, or I forget how much it does go up to, but anyway, 200 kilohertz, whatever it is. The problem with that is I don't want to do that. I want something quick and dirty, as I've said many times, on here to use for that. So look at, I don't care if it's just audio or whatever it is. I just want something on here that I can hook up really quick and do that without getting out the big scope and going that route. Now that big scope's going to be used for projects, but I've got more of a dedicated idea for that as far as what I want to use it for. So what I'm going to do here, I'm thinking about, like I printed the plastic to go here for the meter, I'm thinking about making another panel for this and basically cutting out this like this. And I know that's gonna cause a little bit of a problem as far as the stability of this. I mean, right now it's it's like this. It's not that bad, but I'm thinking if I cut that all the way out, even if I take and screw it in really good, I don't know how good that's going to hold up. But what I'm thinking about doing is taking this and just, like I said, cut it out, and then take the plastic piece and redesign it to allow for all of the items that I want on there. And I think if I do that, that might be the better way to go. I'm thinking. That's just my thought process. Like I said, I'm going to move this over because I was going to cut this out anyway over here. And I was going to actually cut it out over here, but I think I'm just going to cut it this way and go like that. And then get that as close to the edge as I can. No worries about anything behind there. So that's that. As far as that will solve this problem here. I will be able to put the tester in here and still get all the rest of the stuff in there and redesign that to my heart's content, basically. And the plastic is much easier to work with as far as the holes. I don't have to nibble it like that. I just nibble the big hole out. And like I say, a space like that, something like that, from say these holes here on around, and then that gives it plenty of attachment space to screw the plastic to the face here. And I think that might be the way to go. That's what I'm looking at anyway. So also on the other item that I want to include in here, there's another item that Don made with his latest video, the little tester, the little RF tester for the LC circuits, and that is actually going to be able to be fit on. I've already checked it out. I've got all the parts for that, I think, except for that one-to-one isolation transformer, and I think I have actually that too, but we'll get into that in just a second. This is the bottom for the MFP. And these are the things that I've got on there so far. I've got the transformer. The variac will sit here, and that will be out of the way. I think all of my circuitry for the what do you call it itself, the power supply section can fit here. I think there's enough room under that transformer, under the variac, I believe, to get those in. That would be the two capacitors, and there's not very much circuitry anymore because I took off the switch and all that stuff. So really the only thing I've got there as far as switches is the power switch, and I'm thinking about putting that right up in here, right underneath where the voltage meter will be. I think it'll fit there okay. And I think that's where I'll put it. And of course the output jacks for the banana plugs will fit down here on the front part of it. And the fuse will go down there as well. So that should all, like I said, it should all be over here on this side. No problem there. This will be have enough access by the time you put your top on there and have that all screwed down. There will be some access here, space here. What I'm getting at is there's plenty of space here to add Don's little tester. Don's tester really can sit anywhere. It can be off the, basically off the thing here down on this. And the only thing I'll need is the wires coming out and the switch. And of course they can be mounted anywhere as far as that's concerned. And the power will be derived from the 9 volt on the board. So that will come off of that. That's what I've got in mind there. So there's no more room really required for that on the panel itself, and so that will work out really nice. I think I really do believe that. So that's where we're at with that. Now I wanted to go over this one more time here. Let's bring this back over. And now here's what I had on this idea on this what do you call it? This area here is where I was, I think, originally going to put that rotary switch, but I think the on-off switch will go fine here, right here, and that should be fine. Now there is a circular, those of you may recall, a circular thing that goes on here for the variac, and I think there's still enough room between here and there to get that switch in, I hope. I'm going to do some more measurements on that to make sure, but I think that's my plan. But like I said, on this, let me know what your thoughts are on this here, cutting this out. I don't know. You guys, like I said, that's quite a bit of space cut out, and I don't think it'll really mess with the structural integrity of the panel itself, because it will be screwed down like this. And really, I don't think there's too much, there's no weight on here like that, so I don't think that's a problem. And like I said, once I do put the plastic in here, it will be screwed onto this to where it's stable. It will pretty much take up that slack on that thing there, I think, pretty much. So that's my plan on that. Let me know what you think on that, and we're going to go from there. And all right, back here again, I wanted to show you this. I forgot to show this actually, and I wanted to show it. This is what I had in mind for this. I'm going to put that all the way over against that plastic there, and you can see there's no holes here, so everything's still covered, and that would work just fine. Just cut out this part here on this side, and that actually goes where I want it to go here on this one, and I think that's the way to go on that. So that's my plan there on that. For this other section here, I'm thinking maybe it would take 2 sections. I don't know that my printer will print one this big. If it will, I probably will just print one. But if I do a 2 section, I can take this middle section here and leave that in there to attach the plastic parts to, and just cut out the rest of it. And that's what I'm thinking there. My thoughts on that. And so let me know what you think about that. But like I said, this would kind of butt up against here, like this one here, like the go right up against the other one, and this would be our strip here that is used to attach it. And so basically there would be plastic like this all the way across to here, and that would allow me, like I say, to basically change that around any way I want and get all the items that I want in there. So I think that would be a better solution, I believe. So also on the, as I wanted to mention for Don, on the audio isolation transformer of your little tester there that you made, I think, I'm not certain, but the transformer from a interstage audio interstage transformer on a transistor radio, the old Japanese style radios, I believe those use the same type of, I think those are 1-to-1, except for one side is center tapped. Other than that, that gives you your push-pull output. because one it reverses or makes your phase gets the phase different on the output, so you get your like I said, your push-pull audio. And I think those are just 1-to-1, but I'm thinking maybe one of those would work. I've got a bunch of junk transistor radios that I could try it with, and I may do that because I've got all the rest of the parts. And I think if that would work just the way I think it will, I think that's the way to go. I may do some measuring on those to find out if there's any upscaling or downscaling there to the transformer itself. I really don't think that would be a problem either if it did that a little bit, because you know, I don't think it really would matter that much. You could always tone back your output a little bit if you needed to, if you had to. But I'm still going to go ahead and get the other ones, I think. But I was just curious when I saw them transformers. I thought, well, that's what I bet you that's what they are. But I know the the isolation transformers that Don used are not center tap. But other than that, that's the only difference I could see. So I may play around with that a little bit and see if those would work. So, all right, I think that's going to do it. Back to your video. I think that's about it for the update. I just got to get my sorry butt in gear here and actually do something. And so let me know what you think on that, and so I can get busy and do some more on this, and we'll go from there. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.